Over the years, the Unstable SMP has gone through various different arcs, with some being way better than others. And with Spoke uploading his latest video, I think the Unstable SMP is gonna change forever. You see, right now there are an insane amount of things going on at the same time, and Spoke's latest video made things 100 times more chaotic. Here's a very quick recap of what happened. Spoke might have just killed Maypick on the Unstable SMP, because in his newest video, he had a mission to defeat Yamato P and take over Null. And after the Null Commander betrayed Yamato P and helped Spoke prepare, Yamato P found out about it and trapped Spoke inside Purgatory once again. But the Null Commander came through and gave Spoke an army and gear for the attack. And once the attack happened, Spoke and the Commander got Yamato P on the ropes. So in a last-ditch effort, Yamato P nuked Purgatory, but it wasn't successful. And as he was standing over the void, his last leverage was Maypick. And as he threatened Spoke, Spoke himself ended up knocking Maypick into the void, which then led to Yamato P giving up and making Spoke the new leader of Null. Now, after Maypick fell, there was no death message confirming his death. We also know that under the Nether lies the underworld, meaning that more likely than not, Maypick ended up surviving. So Spoke defeating Yamato P and becoming the leader of Null is absolutely huge. And Maypick falling to what probably is the underworld also creates an insane story that could happen in the future. Spoke also said this at the end of his video.
In the next few days, I will show all of you why I will surpass Yamato. Why I will bring on the new era of Unstable. And trust me, we will leave this place behind and we will go back to the server spawn. Purgatory is over. Players of a greater purpose. And when we go back to spawn, we will show the rest of the server who we are. We must take back spawn and make sure that something like this never happens again. It is time to show them who owns everything.
Now, Spoke technically doesn't know exactly what happened to Spawn. He saw it for a couple seconds and how it was pretty destroyed. And him having the plan to go back to Spawn with the Null army is gonna be just insane. Because as we know, Parrot just lost the Civil War. He will probably need to gather a team to try fighting Saporetta. And while Saporetta is king, he will probably try getting as powerful as possible as well. Meaning that we're probably gonna get Spoke and Null versus Saporetta. And knowing how unstable the Unstable SMP is, I got no clue as to what will happen with Parrot, Wemmbu, and FlameFrags. Because right now it's clear that it's gonna be Null versus Saporetta, meaning that the way the story is progressing is probably the craziest we've seen in a while. Also, these next episodes from Parrot and Wemmbu are also gonna show where they are gonna be placed in the story, because as Spoke returns to spawn, I feel like absolute chaos will be ensued, because both parties, Spoke and Saporetta, are gonna be confused about what even is happening. Spoke is gonna be there to show his strength, and Saporetta is not gonna back down at all, so it's probably gonna be a very massive clash. But yeah, what do you think?